Donnett with Embroidery.com. In today's video, I want to show you how to use our Easy Stitch lap stand. I've done videos on how to assemble it, how to attach the tape to the fabric, but I've never actually demonstrated how to use it and the many different placements on it and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. 20-inch scroll rods come with the lap stand along with 12-inch sidebars. You can see here on the sidebars that there are holes every 2 inches. So you can see I've got my scroll rods in a bit. My project isn't that tall, the fabric's not that tall, so I brought them in a bit. You can have the scroll frame itself placed on any level here on the leg, depending on if you're using it at a table, a couch, or a recliner. Okay, so let's go over to the couch and let me demonstrate how to actually use the lap stand. So I'm sitting on my couch, and of course I've got the 20-inch rods. Now my cushion is, I don't know, less than that. So my legs are sitting on the other 2 cushions of my couch, which is really, really nice because then it holds it up better. Now if I had a smaller rods, it would sink more, so I may have to raise the scroll frame up on the leg. But with the width of my cushion and how the legs are sitting on either side is like perfect for me. Now I could, again, move this down depending on where my arms are most comfortable. So because I am sitting like this, you know, I am sitting taller. I've got a pillow behind my back, and I will use this one on my arm over here. Let me kind of show you how I stitch in this position. I'm able to stitch, you know, two-handed. So I can rest this arm just right on the scroll frame itself. I do have my screwdriver handy if I want to tighten the scroll frame down to the legs more, so when I do rest my hand on it, it's not, you know, wobbling back and forth. So I can stitch just like this. So you can see I'm pretty comfortable sitting here. You know, I've got the pillow behind my back, the pillow here. My stand is really nice and level, and I can sit here and stitch. I've got it, you know, raised up, but, you know, if I had a really squishy couch, I could lower it down or even raise it higher if I needed, whichever. Okay, so let me show you how to set it up when you are working at a table. So if you're sitting at a table, you're gonna wanna obviously lower this, but the best thing is you can make it come forward instead of having to bend over your lap stand. So let me show you. Because the height of my project is so short, I've already got my scroll rods put in closer together. But you would need to work with this back area. So if it wasn't like this, you'd need to bring your scroll frames in more. So we're gonna put it back here at the lowest hole. So now I've got it positioned low on the legs. I've got it coming towards me, so I don't have to hunch over it. It's coming forward towards, I can bring it up or down wherever it's the most comfortable for me to place it. This works great if your, you know, stitching area is, you know, a table and a chair, or if you're at a stitching retreat, something like this would be perfect for that. So I have a chair downstairs. We're gonna go and we're gonna put it back so it's here, and we're gonna sit in that chair and see how that works. Okay, so I'm downstairs and I just have just a chair that I'm sitting on. I've put the legs in the middle hole of my sidebar, and I've lowered them to the second hole. My chair obviously is, you know, not that wide. My rods are 20 inches, so it's maybe, I don't know, 30 inches maybe. So I have to place it on the legs, which is kind of perfect. They fit quite perfectly on there. And then I would be able to sit here and stitch. Now, I may want to lower it to the bottom hole just to get a little bit more comfortable. My arms might be a little bit lower, so I'm going to try that. Okay, so yeah, that is more comfortable with it lowered all the way down to the very last hole in my legs. That is much more comfortable on my arms. And I don't feel like my neck is, I mean, I am looking down, but I don't feel like it would, you know, bother my neck that much to sit here and stitch it like this. So let me do a couple stitches and we'll see how it feels. So this is actually pretty comfortable. I've never used this chair as a stitching spot, but if you have something like this, I could see that it'd be totally comfortable. So I'm sitting in my recliner downstairs, and I could either have the stand sit here, obviously I'll raise it up, or I could have one leg here and one leg down here. So I'm going to raise it up and we'll see how comfortable that is first. Okay, so I have a pillow here, I have a pillow behind my back, and this is actually quite comfortable. Just like it was, you know, upstairs. And like, you know how upstairs I had the couch cushions on either side and like the middle cushion sunk down quite a bit? That doesn't happen on this couch. So it goes from this cushion over to this cushion, and I'm quite comfortable sitting here. If I needed to scoot over anymore, you know, and have this over here, let's say I was working on a longer project. I had longer rods on, but I needed to work on like this side of it. So I needed it over here. So I'm going to move this leg. Let's see, I'm going to need to move this leg to like here. So let's do that. Okay, that's kind of perfect. It, you know, my frame is level, so it's totally level. I can have it on the arm here and I can work on this side of it, you know, and if I needed to move it over, obviously I'd move the leg. But I mean, that is like pretty dang perfect for where I'm stitching. So yeah, I love that. I love how I can, you know, change it up and make it fit wherever I'm stitching. The best part is this is my recliner. So I can totally put my feet up, and it has a neck support too. So I can put the neck support up, and I'm just totally comfortable sitting here stitching. Okay, so we have our lap stand, of course, which I talked about in the first of this video, but we also have the leg kit. So let's say you've bought scroll rod sets before, but you haven't bought any legs. It used to be you could only get the legs in the lap stand itself, but now we have a leg kit. So it comes with the leg, the feet, all the knobs you need, the spacer, and the screw. So you can turn any scroll frame into your lap stand without actually buying the lap stand. You know, if you've already got scroll frames, you just simply buy the leg kit and now you have yourself a lap stand. As I've said, you can use any size scroll rods with the legs. So if I had my really big project, which is actually over there, so let me go put it on the legs and show you. This is my Heaven and Earth project. It is on 42-inch scroll rods, super big, right? Of course, I usually stitch this on my floor stand, but you know, what if you don't have a floor stand? You just have the legs. So let me show you how you would do it. Okay, so I've got my 42-inch scroll rods on my legs. Now, I am working right here. You can see that that is where I'm working. So when you're working on something this big, you probably wouldn't move it like this. You would move. So if I went to this page next, I would sit here. And then, you know, I would move as I progressed on the piece. So no matter what size scroll rods you have, you can put the legs on them. Now, obviously, if you have a 6-inch, I mean, that might, you know, go across one leg. But you can still work. It could totally still work. So any size scroll rods will work on our legs, whether you get them in the lap stand or you get the leg kit. You can create a lap stand of your own. Okay, well that is it for this week's Easy Stitch demo. Head over to my needlework blog on Embroidery.com. I will have close-up pictures of today's demo along with written instructions and directions. Make sure your notifications are turned on, as that's how you'll know a new video is up. And as always, I love to hear your comments and suggestions, so leave those for me below. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Happy stitching, and I'll see you next time.